Hello, Fruit Force. This is Captain Fruit reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be reviewing Rastan Saga II. Yes, Rastan Saga II. Why am I so excited, or why was I so excited? Well, I recently beat Rastan, and I've always been a big Rastan fan since the days it was in the arcade, where I'd get to see it, people playing this barbarian that looked like Conan, and I always thought it looked really good. And I got to play it a little bit on the arcade, but not a whole lot at that time, because it was expensive. In this game, it was definitely a quarter muncher in 1987. So originally, 1987 was Rastan. As you see here, you play as the hero in the side-scrolling action game, and you're pretty much a barbarian that looks like Conan, and your goal is to get to the very end of the quest and slay the dragon with 6 particular levels. In each level, you had an outside stage, an inside stage, and then a final boss. The game provided enough challenge to make Rastan soil his loincloth, that's for sure. And I really always found this game to be really good. And then later on, with my emulation dual arcade stick, I was able to finally beat the game. And it was a challenging game. If somebody says it's not, I don't think they're telling the truth. Yes, you have unlimited continues in this game, but when you get to the final section of 3 levels, you no longer have any more continues. And that's what made it the challenge right there. So anyway, I beat that, so I couldn't wait to get into Rastan Saga II. The first thing I noticed right away, no matter what version you play of this, on the arcade, the Sega Genesis port or the TurboGrafx 16, is that there's a major graphical change. They increased all the sprite sizes, everything on the screen is bigger, and you'd think that would make it good. But no, it's like a graphical downgrade. For some reason, the game looks incredibly cheap. Like it was thrown together in a heartbeat, hodgepodge by who gives a crap, just to get this thing out, which is amazing because this came out 2 years later. You think it would look even better, especially if you're playing it on a port like a TurboGrafx 16 or the Sega Genesis. But no, and always the Sega Master System version of Rastan looked better than this. This just looks cheap in every way. So graphically, it's a major disappointment, a major downgrade. But there's more to it than that. Let's not just say all bad. The music was okay. The music was serviceable, nothing great. Definitely also, though, not as good as the original Rastan. Once again, another downgrade, if you will. So where does it all really matter, though, when a game is gameplay? You can have a bad graphical game and maybe not even sound the best, as long as the gameplay is really good, right? Well, once again, this game misses out and misses the mark once again. The level design on it is atrocious. It's just not good. There's jumps that are absolutely ridiculous. You have to get Rastan's the very last foot, his toes just to be barely on the edge to make the jump. You have another time where the jump was darn near impossible. You have to get to the very edge, jump, thrust your sword down to land on a pad, continue to jump and jump and jump and bounce, otherwise the pad's going to sink before you can make the next jump to get to the other ledge. It's just the level design is completely broken in this game. Not good, not fun at all. Matter of fact, when it gets to the move set and things like that, let me tie that into the level design here. The move set and animations of this, which is part of the graphics as well, I realized, is piss poor as well. It just looks absolutely corny with how his movements are. And so therefore the gameplay too, he can block above him, he can block in front of him if he has his shield and things. It's just still problematic because if you block things coming down on top of you, there's always something hitting you from the side. So bad in which you might as well just run from left to the right as fast as you can and not worry about blocking. You're going to take just as much damage anyway. The gameplay just isn't very fluid. It's not very fun. There's sometimes too many enemies on the screen based on the capabilities of the characters. Things where you have to jump on a vine and swing. If you don't hit it just right, he's not going to capture that vine. It's just counterintuitive with the way they made the game and how he moves, as well as with the type of platforming it has. It's just not a good fit. Now also we have a similar gameplay style where you play outside, you go inside, and then fight a boss. And being once again 2 more years into the future here, it's still a letdown even with the boss. The gameplay with the boss are just pretty much pathetic too. Overall, this game was a piece of poop in a diaper, pretty much. You go leaving Rastan 1 expecting something really cool. What are they going to take this franchise next? And you're left with a turd. If you're going to be interested in Rastan and more Rastan, definitely, in my opinion, skip this game. go from Rastan 1 and go to the third game that Rastan appears in, which I will be talking about in a later video. Matter of fact, my daughter might even join me in that one. She quite enjoyed that game too. It's a much better game than Rastan 2. It takes the game in a new direction, if you will, too. So once again, everything on this game was a downgrade. It's like, what am I playing this on? Did I go from playing Rastan, an arcade game, to playing a Nintendo game that was poorly optimized and with terrible layouts? That's what this seemed like. What a missed opportunity for Rastan. The game developers really soiled Rastan's loincloth on this one. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep it frugal. I want to make sure I take a moment to thank the people that helped make this video possible. I consider you producers of this channel and of this show. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. So I'd like to thank Rags, Comic Boom, Pop Size, The Frag Minion, Warren JB, Lynchnut, David Osenwitz, sorry if I mispronounced your name, and a penny for your dimes. I also want to thank the people that like to remain anonymous and anybody else that has contributed to this channel in the past. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. If you find yourself in a position you can help and you want to see your name here too as a producer credit, go ahead and look down in the links below. There will be a Patreon, a subscribe star, as well as a one-time donation, and you can see your name up here too. Thank you.